We have 007 here, Nargis. How are you? Welcome back to Face. I don't know how many times we've had this opportunity to talk to each other over the past few years. Do you
Yeah,
know
hi Dale.
Nargis?
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, good morning, Dale. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, my trading warrior sister? Everything going okay?
Yeah, everything going
Okay.
okay. And yes, yeah,
So
we've been here quite few years. I think after 2018, you saw me. So
okay.
it's been a
So what have we
few.
done? Probably done around 6 or 8 interviews or so.
Yeah, definitely six, five, six. Yeah,
Yeah, okay. So are we going to talk about charts with a cup of chai?
yeah, cup of
Uh,
chai. Yes, the chai man
Okay.
is not here today. So yeah,
Oh, he's fired. All right, he should be up. We're you and I are on the West Coast. He should be up by 5:30. Anyway,
no, he's yeah.
you want to share your screen, and
Yes,
I'm interested in what your numbers are saying. We're getting a little bit of a pullback
share
in
skin.
S&Ps, and Nasdaq has been the weak sister for few weeks now. Okay.
Um, can you see my screen?
Yes. Yeah. So you're showing the Nasdaq too. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
So
been
yes,
weaker than the S&Ps, hasn't it?
yes. So yeah. So remember last time when we had talked, we had a target on ES as 4489, right?
I do.
So yes, so that is still there. And I think last time when we talked, I joked about that. By the next interview, who knows, we may be there. So it's a couple of hundred short,
Yeah.
and
What
it's
did
still
you
selling
have
up.
at what did you have at 42.25? Because an Elliotician that I interviewed, I think the week
Yeah.
of that we got the week before we got to 42.20, had a completed count up there at 42.20. What did you have at 225? And
Yeah.
can it
So
become
the
more? What would make it become more important and take 44.89 off the table for a while?
for yes, short term it can matter. This 4489 we may not see it because look at how this has been going, right?
Yeah,
Without a pause or retest of or backtest of this thing. I mean, in the last couple of weeks, if we have noticed, it wouldn't even lose a point gracefully, right?
yeah.
So that's what I say. If it doesn't do it gracefully, then it will do it forcefully, right? So,
Okay,
I think right now we are just looking at some pressure relieving on daily. The way it has just um, run up run up so much without any breaks, and nothing has been tested, um, back tested to where it had gone up from. So as of now, so that's what 42 25 is another price cycle. So every price cycle, you see some reactions happening, like I said 4065. So it does react there, though it may just go, sit around that number for some time before it wants to take the journey back up, going towards 4489. So as of now, that 4225 will also mean the same thing, along with the so much run up pressure that it wants to relax something and give back. So this was here we had broken out, sorry, not down, broken out up, and no break so far from this range to up till here. And then since the time it reached 4161 to 4225, it's just
grinded.
this up move from here has been very laborious.
Yeah,
It
it has.
so
Great
yes,
word. Yeah,
yeah.
should have
So
been a journalist.
yeah, so now right now we are coming down to back test, and there is a whole big range of supports coming in. Like 4161 it did today, and that will be an important number to see whether it bounces up from here, goes back up, test, and then with an ABC wants to come down more, or just keeps flushing until it relaxes the pressure somewhere here. All these numbers until comes here 39 39 60 60 something or
Oh,
39 80, that range. So
Well,
4065.
that may be relaxing the chart, but you're not going to have a
Yeah.
lot of relaxation by longs if that happens.
Sorry,
They
what
won't
was
feel
that last?
relaxed. It
Oh
may
yeah, yeah,
help
yeah.
relax the chart, but
The chart. Yes, 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 yes.
longs are not going to be relaxed
Not
during the.
going, not going
Yeah,
to be happy. I mean, they're not going to be happy with this move, even,
yeah, I know. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so every day the indices or the stock needs to move up. So
Oh
this
yeah.
even 1 point down is a big thing.
Oh
As you said,
God.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
You know, I
world
ordered
ending.
dinner the other day and they brought me a lemonade and I didn't like it. It was too sour. I sent it back. So, when
Yeah.
people complain, oh, and then the steak was tough. And I sent it back and I go, oh, everyone was so sorry the dinner didn't work out. I go, oh, big deal. Everything's like sour lemonade. Don't sweat the small stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, I
Eh,
know. So
yeah,
people not having much patience. They, in one direction, the patience is only in one direction, not the other direction. So this NQ, so I wanted to show you some. So we talked about this XVX and everything, but what
yeah.
I wanted to show you was, you know, wanted to show you 3 months and beyond, right?
Okay.
Um, so see these run-ups which have gone,
Yeah,
XPX
yeah.
and the
Parabolic.
yearly, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Look at this.
yeah.
This was Jan 99, and now we are back at getting oversold with a still it is a
Ev-
bearish divergence.
Yeah.
But
That's
look at the
interesting.
look,
Look at what
but
our
look at this.
RSI got up to in
Yeah, it's 85,
1999.
85 now or something, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it was almost
and
100.
yeah. So this is one big single line and one big single line. Look
Yeah,
at this. This is at 80, 90 something. This is
oh,
95.
yeah,
Uh, Netflix, straight line.
all of them.
Google, straight line. Uh, Nvidia, straight line. Facebook maybe a little bit. Oh, Facebook is also, all of
Yeah,
them are straight line. Even on a 3 monthly chart, if you see, even on a quarterly chart, these have run up so much. And then they all see this.
yeah,
They all are coming up. Like, Amazon did the 3601 after hours, but it didn't do it during the day. I mean, the regular trading hours. So 3601 earlier also, when it made a new high, 3552 to 3601, it's almost the price cycle. Like, as I say, within 50% to 25% of the level. So it had completed its price cycle. So now only it just threw off to the exact number 3601 with a little excess pointing that sometime in future it will go up. But right now they're all sitting at an inflection point of completing a price cycle. And this 3 month quarterly chart and the yearly chart, that's what giving me a pause that either these should pull back, give up, I mean, not right away, but anytime when the indices are done, these would give back nicely to relax some, at least come down to 10-day or something. See, this is at 2500 approximately, or
yeah,
a longer term of consolidation going in a tighter range of, I mean, Amazon few hundred points, and then base out like Facebook, right? Facebook here had based based out here and then
yeah.
broke out. So these may do something like this, but a nicer pullback back, I feel that maybe coming in sometimes,
Right.
maybe after later part in the year or so. But these do look, I mean, it all depends on where ES or I mean, Nasdaq also is, I mean, we had Apple ER, we had Amazon ERs, we had Facebook, but it did not take out that for 14,161, no matter how much. And then Amazon gave a good clue, Apple gave a good clue, these two monsters didn't move. So that was a clue, at least to me, that with these earnings out now, now the indices may be able to relax some. At least right now, I'll just say pull back to the mean on at least smaller time frame, which they had not done in a long time. Right now, we are seeing that 4 hour chart is coming down to the mean. So all this is still an everyday thing. But the fact that they had run up a lot without even coming down on a smaller time frame, like 2 hour chart on 10-day, that says something, right? What kind of strength it was running up with. So now if it wants to
Amazing
relax,
strength. Yeah.
I always say, look at the distance between 10-day and the price. That should clue you in what can happen, suddenly one fine day.
Well,
So
something I learned about parabolic moves, parabolic advances, is that once they're over, it's over.
yeah,
Ever
definitely.
think about
And
that? Instead of it relaxing, that, if parabolic moves start really giving up, 20, 30% from their peaks, that's kind
yes,
of it may end up being a trade, but to achieve the heights of the parabola may not be achievable.
yes,
Again,
definitely, Dale. Yes. The only reason I am just right now looking at these numbers, going until 39, late 3900s, is because that 4489 is still not done. Now, again,
okay.
around this number 3982 4225, does it want to waste some time here, as they say, go away in May and something like that? So
Yeah.
would it do that? Or, that's why I'm calling it as relaxation, because nothing is saying that, nothing major has been broken as of now. So it's still,
Right.
the high was 4220 on XPX or something like that, or 4211 on ES. So it's
Yeah.
just 4 points down. I mean, on SPY, 4 points down, or 40, 50 points down on the
Yeah.
indices from the high. That's hardly anything, the way it has been run up.
Yeah. True.
So until a major level is broken, we'll still see whether this has some good, after May, June, this still has some good legs to shoot up one more time and then achieve this. Because right now people did had idea that the way it is running up, it can give up. So I had seen a lot of people talking about, oh my god, some bearishness may develop, this can happen, that can happen. So when people are cautious like this, I don't think, I mean, they can, but I don't think they may drop too much, because people are expecting it. So the drop should come when people are not expecting that much, and there is still a lot of euphoria, and people are still buying, selling their houses and buying into stocks like the Bitcoin and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's possible that we may see another leg up uh,
Sure.
after this relaxation, and then we see
Okay.
Nasdaq is also, like,
Yeah.
still doing this. So the major point which I wanted to point out was these only, like, uh, the reason all these fangs and the are not moving is because uh, on the quarterly and the yearly chart, they don't have any more space to run. Right? How much will they? How much can we expect the core things to keep on going and going without taking a break? So they have been taking a break for quite some time and still trading within the range since they've hit a price cycle. Now Amazon
Okay.
has broken the or rather reset the cycle. So in future, the targets which I had around 4,000 to upwards of 4,000, that is still valid, but short term it is done 3601 until it until indices and everything else decides that it's time to go up. So I'll be looking at it to go more on the sideways to some pullbacks, unless it starts trading about 3601 or 3671. So until it starts doing that, um, I would still assume it'll just waste time. Oh, when I say waste time, meaning in a range to
Okay.
downside. Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
And one of the things which I wanted to show you was da, 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 da. the CL.
Oh,
Remember,
okay.
we had also talked about this, that on the monthly chart, this is looking good to move up. And
Very
it did
fashionable
go.
hat.
Yeah, that was the beach visit for me, California beach. Yeah, I'm
I
very
know.
sensitive to sun. So,
Yeah, I know. You're a sensitive woman.
oh, no, I'm not that. Yeah, come on, we are
Uh,
traders. We can't be that
just your
sensitive.
skin.
Yeah.
You don't have thick skin like me.
I know the
Anyway,
market makes you that, right? It will take you to the
yeah,
laundry so
I've
many
lost
times
my
until you're
heart.
done.
I'm a robot now. All right.
So,
So, all right. See, we have fun on our dates here. So let's see. Crude on the verge of breaking out, Nargis. What do you think?
yes. So what I'm saying here is around 59 something, or let's just say 60, because
Hmm.
it was late 59. If
Yeah.
as long as the weekly stays above this, has a higher path going into testing this area to, all this area is open 100 in the late 70s to hundreds.
Uh,
And right now it's just so it hit the target 65, pulled back, and probably consolidating here. But I think this crude is set on to move here sometime.
okay.
And as long as the weekly keeps over 60, this is good to go. So that makes Russell do what? Do good, right?
Yeah.
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 So, and
Yeah.
that's
And the
why Russell,
Russell hasn't made a new high. I don't know for how long.
yes, so it's stuck at
Yeah.
2401. It did a little bit under it, but yes,
Yeah.
it's
See,
just
people are calling this a head and shoulders. That's a pretty elongated shoulder, though.
so
But
this one, and this one,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
This right shoulder would be too
Yeah.
extended.
Yeah. Doesn't
Yeah.
look
So
symmetrical, but there you go. There's a triangle. Yeah.
yeah. So this see monthly we talked last time that Russell had never done this. It always loves to stay around 10-day, but
Yeah.
the ferocious breakout it had last time when you said it was this distance was around more than 300 points, and in my opinion for Russell to have that is too big of a
Okay.
gap.
Yeah.
So probably it'll try to reduce this gap by mostly sideways for some time. So it has
Okay.
been doing that 2100 to 23ish, a couple of hundred points. It's been going up. This monthly candle see goes up and then gives back up and all that. So until it comes up to a decent size, it may still do that. Or probably, if the flush is in the cards for the short term, who knows? Uh,
Okay.
it already did 2100, coming down to
It's too far
1900s,
away from what average is at the 10 day,
10
you
day
said?
on the
Where's the,
monthly.
oh, okay. 10 day on the monthly.
Yeah.
All right.
So 10-day is where it is 1940. So, some dance around this here. So it has already reduced some. Last time when we had talked, it was somewhere here, more than 300 or 500, 400. I don't remember, but it was too big a number into few hundreds. And that creates a lot of pressure for it to not move. Weekly
Okay.
is weekly has now uh, caught up. All this distance has been filled up. But see how choppy it is
Yeah.
because it doesn't have any more, reason to move around because it already hit 20. It didn't hit 2401, but somewhere like within 25%, right? 2368 was the high. So 40 points, and that's within 25% of that. So now 2257, it is showing 5758. Close below that, 10-day on the weekly can have some downward pressure for it. A lot of kind of support coming in. If this breaks down, then we have some going to the mean, going to 20-day can
Okay.
happen for here. And then, 50-day somewhere. Coming down to this 50-day, makes the monthly okay. But this is a very big distance. Uh, and Russell, yeah, all the yeah, it has. Yes.
Okay.
So a lot of
Can you give
pressure
me
this
your,
area.
where you think from the 4220 level, where
Yeah.
the next significant support is in the S&P?
Next what am I saying?
Significant support,
Significant support is
the tongue twister,
4065,
4065. Okay.
4065. That should not only release some pressure, it should be a bounce point as well. Last time it came down to early 4100s, I think
Uh-huh.
4101 or somewhere, yes, and then
Right.
it bounced off the 4097 level. So that has been holding it up. But that 4065 has not been tested.
Okay.
If
All
that
right.
gets tested here sometime, then it's a good this thing. But below that, a lot of weakness can. I had here. Right? Where did my ES go? Yeah. See this. This
Yeah.
this area is all open until it comes down here, and that can
Okay.
also be.
Fibs.
Yeah. So yeah. So that is also a 618, and this is also somewhere here is also 50% of that. So and ES loves a little deeper. So I wouldn't be surprised if that 3845 also gets tested because it's never, at least ES is hardly satisfied with 618. It wants to go 70 to 80%. That those are its retracements which it loves generally. 90% of the time that happens, going a little deeper than just being satisfied at 618. But these are good bounce points, so it has a lot of levels to bounce right now.
Yeah.
So 4161 is still holding as of now as we are talking. So
Yeah.
we
All right.
I look for 4161 daily close below it to see any more weakness for that.
Okay. And we're right there. And
Yeah,
that's
we are
based
right
on
there.
the SPY, not the SPX.
No, I look at all the three. So a SPY
Okay.
would be around 1416,
Yeah.
416. Yeah, that's three digits, 416.
Okay.
XPX and ES, they overlap. The numbers are generally the same,
Okay.
except RTH XPX is leading by 7-8 points now. So
Okay.
upside it will reach faster, and downside ES will go first. It'll reach first. So
Okay. Well, some
on
nice,
closing basis,
yeah, some nice telescopic views looking at quarterly charts that suggest a pause up here. And,
yeah,
just the rubber band stretched and it has to relax a little bit. So, best way to follow Nargis is at Nargis 007. And,
yes.
she's very active and she really likes to help people. And I think you have your own little community happening, right, Nargis?
Yeah, so there are
Yes.
quite a few followers, and I've made some good friends and acquaintances with fellow
Uh,
traders who do similar work, or some are very good fundamentalists, some are very good Elliott waves, some are very good fibs. Overall, there is a mix and match of everything. And
yeah,
what I've realized is no matter how you try to catch your nose, you always arrive at the same point,
yeah,
something similar, right?
yeah. It's
So
interesting when different methods point towards similar outcomes.
yeah, so the earth is round, and no matter how you go, you'll arrive.
Yeah.
So
Well, thank you so much, Nargis, for coming here and sharing your work with us.
thank
We
you so much, Dale,
appreciate
for
it.
having me.
Any
Yeah,
last
thanks to you
words?
too.
I mean, last words for this interview, not last words, but
Oh, yeah.
tell people um, what your self talk is right before you get into a trade.
My self-talk is it's okay to not make a profit, but it's not okay to have a big loss. Okay. So in
Beautiful.
these markets, have your head on your shoulders. Uh,
Yeah,
Small profits, the money in your pocket is real versus what you see on paper.
that's
Don't
right.
chase on Fintuit. There are many things going on. This stock is going up, this is going up, this is going up. So these are not the times to be careless, or rather too much ferocious to say, okay, let's go all in, let's do this, let's do this. I do, for some reason, I do feel something is brewing up. I can't put a finger on it, but when I sleep, these things come into my, when I'm in deep sleep, these things come that something is going to happen. So I'm getting that feeling. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's always good to be a little bit more careful with, especially with your money and on Fintuit, listening to everyone, even me.
Okay. All right. So there's your intuition and tapping into the universal consciousness, and I feel the same vibe. So if we feel it, there's other people feeling it. A lot of people are saying the only thing that could really take the market down, because you have the Fed has the markets back, fiscal stimulus would be a geopolitical event. Is that what you're
Yes.
seeing in
Yes,
your dreams?
geopolitical. Yes, definitely, because now, you know, it's always so
I
surprising,
mean, it's
right? That
like COVID is being controlled. Happy days are here again, right before something that makes COVID look like a picnic.
that's there. But you know what I seeing is, like, in India, as we hear that things are really bad, right? The strain which is there is not so good, right? I don't
Yeah.
have the technical details of the strain, but looks like it's not so great. Think about it, that if something similar were to travel around, and then we are back to square one where we were 1 year ago, you
Yeah,
know?
that would do it.
Uh, yeah. So
2,600 S&Ps under that environment. So, uh,
yes,
I want to thank you, Nargis. I really enjoy our chats that we have all the time,
yeah,
and
me
I'm
too,
going to
Dale.
rebook you and for us to talk again this summer. I hope you have a real prosperous trading season for the rest of the spring into summer and the rest of the year, and that your teachings help people and give them a lift up along the way of a very difficult endeavor.
Thank you,
I
Dale, and
tip
same to
my
you.
hat. I tip my hat to you, Nargis.
Thank
And
you,
I'm not
Dale. I
even
really,
wearing
really appreciate it.
and
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
really,
even
really
wearing one.
appreciate it. And
And I
same
don't
to
wear
you. I wish
hats.
you the same.
Thank you. All right,
Thank
everyone.
you.
So follow Nargis on Twitter at Nargis, Nargis 007. That's, you could tell she's a secret agent. There it is. And everyone enjoy the rest of the trading day. Remember, take partial profits, and you could join the team in 15 minutes. Yeah, she just put up her Twitter handle, Raj. There you go. And you could join the team in 15 minutes for the morning edge. Good hunting. And we'll see everyone tomorrow. Thank you again, Nargis. Adios.
Thanks. Adios.